So, Dad.
Yep.
Bunkers.
Yes.
Tell me about bunkers. What tends to happen when you're in the bunkers?
Well, various things happen. Sometimes I might get a nice, decent hit and it gets on the green. Other times the club digs in.
Yeah.
And I'll just hit the base of the front of the bunker.
So you kind of fat it into the...
Fat it into the side, yeah.
Yeah.
And I find different types of sands can make a big difference to how you get the ball out of the bunker.
Yep. Yeah. So sometimes I know a lot of people have commented on the channel sometimes that if you don't have enough sand in,
It's firm under, yeah.
Yeah.
You obviously, it's a different kind of a strike that you've got to do to get it out.
Yeah. So you need well, if you've got a good technique though, a good technique will work on any sand.
Right.
What you find is that if your technique's not great, it'll work on some sand, but then it's not very, it doesn't cross over to other sand.
Yeah.
So particularly hard time, when you haven't got a lot of sand in the bunkers, that's when a lot of people are thinning
Yeah, I
it.
mean, we have a club I play with, the bunkers are quite hard, the sand is packed down.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys find it difficult to get out.
Okay.
It's one of the main complaints, really.
Well, I'll show you how you can do that from a set. So let me get yourself set up. Let's take a few shots.
Yep.
Let's see your bunker play. So you can hear that noise, yeah? I mean, bear in mind, you know, this is completely downhill here, so it's a really difficult bunker shot.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's generally going to run, but there's almost a bit thin, that wasn't it? Fat.
Nearly fat, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
I did.
Yep. Another go.
Yeah, it's down to the softening of the sand stopped me doing that. If that had been at my club now,
Thinned.
I'd have thinned that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Definitely you would have done. That would have been over the green.
Yeah.
That was close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay, let me show you what's happening. So this is really normal. So the first thing, what I like is your stance is quite square, which I like. A lot of people have been taught to have an open stance, but then the problem is all your energy is going in the wrong direction. So the first thing I like is that with bunker play, if we took a target line here towards that flag, yeah, what we're trying to do is you stand fairly square to it to start with, like this, okay? And then what you do is you turn your left toe, my lead foot here, out with my knee pointing this way. Okay?
So you want predominantly your weight on your left side?
Yes, and that's what you don't do.
Is that throughout the swing?
Yes, yeah, okay. Exactly. And the reason why we turn, so you stand square first of all with the ball position here just ahead of centre, just inside this lead heel.
Okay.
With the toe pointing outwards and the knee pointing outwards here. Now what this is doing is this is going to give you space to come through the shot.
Through the shot.
Makes sense, right? The next thing you're going to do is which is what you don't do. If you look, we look back on camera, you will notice that your weight is favouring your back foot. So you're almost in this position. Now I have to see this a lot when people are trying to get out of bunkers. They start to lean backwards a little bit, yeah?
So sort of to trying to help it up.
Yes. Now the other thing is what we're going to try to do in this bunker shot here, we want the club to literally fall down, right? And bottom out, i.e. when we say bottom out, the lowest point, we want it literally underneath the ball.
Right.
Because we want the bounce of the club to bounce off the base of the bunker and pop the ball airborne. Okay? Right. But the problem is, if you have your body over this way, your low point is going to be where? Too far behind.
Yeah.
Now when the sand is soft, you can go on, you can go under it and just about get it out, which is what you've done.
Yes.
But when you get that horrible hard sand, maybe you don't have much sand in your bunker, then you do that technique. It just goes bounce, and then if I create this ball, bounce, thin. You follow?
Yep.
So whatever we need, no matter whether it's soft sand, hard sand, we still need this low point coming and attacking this way.
Right.
Not back here, right? So square setup, toe turn out, knee turn this way, okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to feel that pressure just settling in to your legs here and feeling that it's a bit more in your left side.
Right.
Okay? From this position, we're going to still have a square face, okay? You don't need an open face at this stage, okay? You're going to get the arms nice and low, okay? And the aim here, see this butt end? You're going to point this towards your belly button. Okay.
Right.
Now what this does is it neutralises the shaft so that you can get the bounce of the club working. If you have the hands too far forward, what's happening here?
Oh, you're getting the leading edge.
You get the leading edge, and that's going to create fats as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want this motion. We want actually the bounce to work, so that it glides through the sand, okay? So take your stance, square face to belly button here, okay?
Yeah.
And then all you're going to do from this position, it's really simple, you're going to let the gravity of the club fall down to the sand.
Right, okay.
Okay, in doing so, all I'm doing, as I swing the club back here, I'm going to get the toe of this club going into the sand. And
The toe of the club?
Toe of the club. So when I'm about the toe,
Right.
so I'm almost feel like I'm going to get the toe going underneath the ball.
Oh, I see, okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you look here, the toe starts to line up with the heel. A lot of people, when they're playing bunker shots, they're either flicking it up, so they're never going to get the toe into the sand, or they're dragging it across. What we want to do is get the toe working under the ball, so the bounce works. You follow? Okay. There you go.
Wow.
Okay, good start.
That's...
It's going to be hard to stop it because
Yes,
it's all
away
downhill
and
here.
yes.
Yeah, so you'd have to play a lot softer shot, but this is fine for now. Yeah, makes sense?
Yes, it does.
So you're just going to get literally, and the difference is now you're catching the sand much, much more direct here, 2 inches behind the ball versus 3 inches, 4 inches behind.
Right.
It makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah, because if you get your weight more this way, you're going to allow the club to attack much more where the ball is versus back here, you're going to attack too far behind the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. That'll spin. Just there. See the spin at the end?
At the end, it
See
did,
the spin,
yes.
right?
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
so you just hit it a bit too hard, but you see it right at the end, it checked, didn't it?
Checked, yes, it did.
Okay. That's how the best
That felt
players do it.
nice.
Yeah, exactly. So you're coming down, you throw, you get the bounces working under the ball.
What I've been doing, Daniel, I've been concentrating getting the heel of the club through, not the toe.
Interesting.
The toe's the key.
Toe's the key, and the second thing's the key is allowing the natural gravity of this club, look, to fall. Makes sense. And so what I'm doing here is something I learned from Pete Cowan actually, is getting the arm pressure here. So for me to bring that toe under the ball, my arm pressure here needs to pressure down left. You see this? So if I
understand.
And if I pressure my arm pair left, that brings the toe down under natural forces and through.
Yeah.
Versus if I put the pressure this way, now suddenly the toe's going to be left open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I get
Flick it.
yippy. Yeah? Okay.
So it's square. Do you want to open the club up?
Not for now, no. I always think it's best to learn a square face first. Learn the technique with a square face first, yeah. Definitely.
And what about the grip? Do you have is it the normal grip with a bunker shot?
For now, yes, yeah. There is a grip which I know one of the coaches who I saw Pete Cowan uses a butterfly grip. I find that at the moment is a bit too much to start with for golfers.
So just your normal grip.
Just do a normal grip to start with, yeah. And then as we start to kind of develop the technique, you can then start to adapt it to other grips.
Okay.
But I think that sometimes, certainly in my experience with teaching students, it tends to be a bit too much too soon.
Right.
Yeah, this is a good start. So watch the bulb so don't get too far back in your stance.
Is that okay?
It's a little bit too central there, that's it. Yeah, you want to strike the sand behind the ball. So if the ball's too far central, you'll hit the ball.
Right.
So we move our stance so that the ball's more in line with your left heel.
Right, and that should be more or less
And then watch the
in line with the belly button.
That's it. That's it. The butt's laying in the belly button. Just let the gravity. Pause there. Hang on. Left knee. That's there. You go. Now, can you see what you've said?
Yes.
Now, by you sitting there.
Yes.
Pause there. Stay there. Stay there.
Yeah.
By you sitting there like this, you're now providing a path to go through. Just a minute ago, you watch this. You were like this. Now the problem is there's no path, no space. That gets you flicking, or even leaning back.
Yeah.
So look at this. Here.
There.
That's it. Now look, you can use that space to throw the bounce, the toe look, underneath the golf ball. You follow?
Yep.
Yep. There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I took very little sand there, did I?
Yeah, well, and that's the point, right? It's not, the bounce will stop you taking loads and loads of sand. You don't have to think about it. As long you can be not just literally allow the club to fall, and the bounce will stop You going too deep.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so set yourself up. Set. Ball further forward in your stance, some if you could. That's it. Play it. That's it. There you go. Watch this. Lovely and soft.
Yeah.
And that's downhill, that is.
That's downhill.
All
yeah.
downhill from there, yeah.
Yeah.
All downhill.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to stop it on this particular. We've chosen probably the worst pin on the golf course, to be fair. Okay.
Well, the object is getting out of the bunker.
Getting out of the bunker,
That's the main thing.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. How soft is that? There you go.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Easy.
I feel now, right on the toe. I can feel the toe going under
True.
the ball there.
Yes. And that's what's given you that lovely square contact, and it's effortless because you're just using the natural force of the golf club to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people said to me, well, how do you just distance control? Well, if you want to hit the ball, a little bit further, just swing a bit longer, and now there's more energy stored. Let that energy fall through, and you hit
I've
it.
just done that one there, Daniel.
Yep.
With a square face.
Yeah.
Now, if I open it up there,
Yep.
the ball will go higher.
A little bit higher. And it should go shorter. Okay, so we run out of ball. Let's go and grab the balls. So if you wanted, so if you wanted to get more height, so we're both using 60 degree here, yeah?
Yes, mine's 60.
Okay, so I'm using 60. So if you want more height, you can open up the club face. You don't change.
Don't change stance or
Don't
anything.
change your stance.
All you're doing is just opening the club
Yes.
face.
Now we're going to bring that club face back to square, but we're going to do it slightly differently, right? So if you look at this here, I'm going to set up in the same way. Ball just off my lead heel, toe turning out, providing that space to come through. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the club face. I'm going to point the club at the belly button still. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the difference now is this: when I throw those arms or the arm pressure down, yeah, and let the gravity of the club fall down, I'm going to still try to get the toe. What do you want me underneath
under the ball.
the ball? Now, if you think about it, we've moved that toe quite a long way away from that ball.
Yes.
So we now need to move the toe under the ball. So what do you notice about my hands now?
Right, they're
Even further back. Yes. So when you throw the arm pressure down now, it's got to be thrown in a way that naturally gets the toe working under the ball. Now I don't want this. It's not that.
No.
I'm throwing the gravity so that the toe lines up with the heel. Can you hear that noise?
Yes.
Beautiful bounce work.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay,
So instead of being belly button slightly back, I'm sort of releasing somewhere here.
You're using the arm pressure, so you're not just doing this.
No.
We're throwing the arms in such a way, down and left, to get the toe working back underneath that golf ball.
Under the ball.
Yeah? So I'll just show you what I mean. So here, look at the height on
That's
that.
a lot of height there, yes. Yes.
Make sense?
Yes.
So it's downhill, but see the extra height on that
Yes,
one?
it did. That's
Yeah?
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all you're doing is literally practice. And if I hit that a bit soft, I just wanted to show you the height there.
Yeah.
So it's loads extra height.
Yeah.
But from here, if you want to play a soft one with an open face, oops, loads of sand here. Soft one with an open face, same principle. And all I'm going to do is throw the gravity down, but I'm just going to throw it gently. So it looks a bit more like this.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
And then
you got check now.
Then there's check because I've opened it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm allowing the gravity
Yes.
of the club
Yeah.
just to fall.
Yeah.
Okay, so that gives you that bounce, that gives you the check. All right. So same setup, square stance, toe pointing out, knee, feel that weight there, up on the face,
So.
and then throw the arm pressure down. Watch this, Dad. Watch this. Pause there. It's not lean back and do it. Look what I'm doing here. I'm still throwing down, and I'm throwing the arm pressure down and left. This is what's going to bring the toe back to the heel, but you don't lean back to do it. That's it. Throw it down. That's it.
Oh.
Pause there. Now I'm glad you did that. Okay, because here, this is really normal. A lot of people, when they start opening up the face, this is why we start with a square face first.
Right.
A lot of people, when they're opening up the face.
Did I do that then?
You did.
Really?
You did. You're leaning back,
Wow.
and then what happens is that
Obviously, yeah.
And look, what we do need to do this club, we need to let the club just
Fall.
fall. Just let it fall into the sand.
Yeah.
but could you train really hard?
Yeah.
You lean back, try,
I didn't realise I did that.
Yeah, you don't need to lift it, you just let the club just fall. Think about it, there's no sand, was there?
No,
Yeah.
no, none at all.
So before we do this next one, this is why we start with square face. Everyone should start with square face first. Learn
Yeah.
the technique first,
Yeah.
then you add more finesse with the open face.
Right.
Okay, that's it. Lower yourself down a little bit more, that's it. I feel that gravity just falling into the sand. Watch the spin there, there's the check.
Oh yeah,
That's the check.
yeah, yeah. I get the feel there.
That's it, throw that toe underneath the ball. There, hear that noise?
Yeah,
All right, so square face first. It's much easier
yeah.
with square.
I'll practice with that.
Learn that motion first, then add in the open face later. Okay, as long as
Yeah.
you're using 60 degrees and stuff, you can comfortably do this.
Yeah,
All right,
brilliant.
all right, cool.
Yeah, thanks, Danny.
Well done.
Great stuff.